listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy, your number one slime, all the way from the grind, still in his prime. JD, aka OTR, mic drop.
Yeah, this is Jay. Mr. Rand.
It's OTR Rand. I'm not going to say it again. Okay?
All right, what's going on, people? This is your boy Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Santa Trey. And
gosh,
we here.
Yeah. Mr. Thundertaker over here.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, Mr. Thundertaker. He's trying to take somebody's thunder with the shades.
Hey, man. Coach Prime, what up?
But anyway, happy holidays. This is our holiday edition of Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. You know, first I want to say, Jay, did you enjoy your trip?
Yeah, man. It was nice to sit back on the top deck of the boat.
Yeah.
You know, drink a couple of Miami Vices.
Yeah.
Take some shots of tequila. A lot of shots of tequila.
Oh,
Lots of tequila.
You broke the bank.
Did I what?
You broke the bank.
Man, look. I ain't gonna lie, right? You know, I had my little stint at the casino, right?
Yeah.
First time I went down there, I played blackjack. Thought I was doing something. Started off on a nice little roll.
Mm-hmm.
Then I look over at the guy next to me with a pile of chips. He just kept winning, and then I just started losing. He kept winning, and I kept losing. So I finally went busting that. And so I was like, you know what, all right, whatever, I'm done. Forget this. Forget you.
That's double selling right there.
Yeah.
Then next day I come back, I'm like, you know what, let me get on some roulette. So I get on roulette.
Russian?
Start winning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, this is what I'm talking about. All right. Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Then you start feeling saucy, you know what I'm saying? You start making bets that you should be making, right?
Right.
You look down, you're like, ooh, I got a pile of chips. Let me try to double up real quick. So I went to go double up, and then double zeros came.
You double down.
Try to hit that mace, that double up.
But you know what? I ain't have nowhere near as bad a time as the dude that was next to me. Because I was playing roulette for about an hour.
Yeah.
Right? I thought I was doing something. I started off with 40. I think I went up to like 2, 3, you know, before I ended up, that double zero came and took the life out of me. But the dude next to me, by the time I finished, he was already down like 700.
Oh.
And he was still pulling hundreds out of his pocket. So, you know, I'm looking at him like, hey, man, can I borrow 100? You know, if I win, I'll give you some.
Yeah.
I don't know. The dude kept playing number 23. 23. He put all his money on 23.
So what, he thought he was Jordan and LeBron?
Man, he tried to double up. Okay? Every number kept hitting except for 23. I've never seen a board where all the numbers hit but 23.
Dang.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, so that means he broke his legs like Derrick Rose.
Dang.
Dang.
He was more like Michael Jordan when his wife took half his money.
Well, since we're on the topic of breaking the bank and being broke, how do you boys feel about your guy Ridge Holland potentially hurting Ilya Dragunov?
Okay, so I saw the Dragunov got hurt, but I didn't see what actually happened.
He dropped him on his damn neck.
Like he did,
He had him in a pickup, like one of them inverted DDTs where Dragunov had his legs around his waist, and he grabbed his head, but his head was all the way through, and he came down, and Dragunov's arm was stuck like this, and they had to pull the stretcher out and stuff like that. So that makes two people with potentially neck injuries.
Remember, because Seth Rollins had a bit of a reputation. Bret Hart called him dirty.
Yeah, I mean,
and he turned it around. So
Seth Rollins' reputation wasn't that. It was the buckle bomb thing that he was doing. Yeah, because remember that took out Finn.
It took out Finn. Then it took out Sting.
Yeah, so it was one of those. Which remember, because for a while they didn't let him do it.
Yeah.
And then they finally, the last 2 years, they let him finally start doing it again. Yeah. But, man, I don't know. Some of these moves, like, when you really look at it, you got to think in your mind, is it really worth it? Because even think about, I just saw a clip with Ricochet and Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember when they were trying to do the flip off the rope onto the and you saw the way Ricochet landed. You saw the way Ricochet landed on that one.
Yeah.
And then Logan Paul had another thing. I mean, he saved Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has their little, when it comes down to like high flying or these high moves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like especially high flying, you can't control that. Gravity's gravity. It don't matter. You can train all you want. You can, try to brace your fall. At the end of the day, gravity gonna get you one way or the other.
Yeah. So then you got the Creed brothers. Yeah. That do their tag team finisher.
I don't like their finisher anyway.
Where he does like the cannonball, like the inverted. What is it called? Not the execution, but I forget what the damn move is called. But yeah, so he did it to one of the members of Imperium. Yeah. He almost got hurt, and then he did the Damian Priest and landed on Damian Priest's head.
Yeah, he did it Monday. Was it Vinci that he did it to?
Yeah. And I was like Damian Priest was pissed off. He was
brothers, some big boys.
So they were already talking like, potentially their finisher's about to get scrapped, and they're gonna have to find something new.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like at some point, if it gets scrapped, it's not gonna be just because Damian Priest is mad. It's gonna be because they're going to take a look at the history and go, okay, we've had a couple potentials or a couple close calls from your finisher, so we might have to kind of switch it up.
Yeah, because you're looking at, technically, he's supposed to hit him and roll off to the side. He's landing straight on him.
Man, there's a risk to I mean, look at the Uso splash.
But look how big he is, though.
I mean, I'm just saying, you think about that. Like, I've seen them land on people awkward.
Yeah, their head
is hell.
I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but the way Charlotte be out of control when she does her corkscrew, her moonsault.
I mean, well, what you call it took at the Survivor Series. I mean, she took a whole knee to the side of her head for that moonsault.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's risk. They know there's risk.
Right.
It's just how much can you really blame the wrestler when they're attempting a move that is death-defying or gravity-defying.
So now my thing is that where do you go from it works on one level but doesn't work on another level? Like, it worked for them in NXT and nobody got hurt, or it wasn't that high of a risk-taking move, but then when they go to mainstream, all of a sudden you're starting to see botches.
You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because in NXT, you're dealing with a bunch of young people. Mm-hmm. And when you come up to that main roster, you're dealing with some older people with wear and tear on them. Yeah. And that makes
you forget how old Priest is.
That's what I'm saying. It makes a difference whenever you're hitting some of these moves. Like,
I agree with you.
Like NXT is a whole different animal in itself. You got a bunch of young kids going fast paced,
trying to prove themselves.
Bam, like they're getting after it. Yeah. And then you come up to the main roster, you got a bunch of old heads that are. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're moving slow, but they're not moving at the same pace as some of these superstars in NXT. Right?
Yeah, they're patient. They're moving with caution.
They're in more of a selling.
Yeah, they're dancing.
Exactly.
They're doing a patent dance that they've trained to do, but in NXT, it's kind of like a free melee.
Exactly.
And you look at somebody like Wes Lee, who's, I'm talking about one of the most high-flying people in NXT since Ricochet was in NXT, and look what happened to him. He got severe spinal damage.
Yeah, but I also think about all the people that, if you think about all the people that has come up from NXT, and that are on the main roster right now, they slowed them down significantly from when they were on NXT, right?
Yeah.
The way they wrestled on NXT and then they come on the main roster, if you notice their movesets, the way that they're hitting their move, like they kind of
can't go at the same pace.
Yeah, they kind of take a step back and they tell them, like, I don't know if they tell them, but I'm just saying that's what it seems like to me, is that like they definitely slow it down. So,
yeah.
Because Ricochet doesn't even fly around the ring like he did when he was down in NXT.
He doesn't even do his
450?
Nah, not the 450. The double front flip that he usually does.
Yeah.
He doesn't even do that no more.
Yeah.
So like you might catch that on a PLE, if anything. What else did I have? boy AJ Styles return. What y'all think about that? If you caught it last Friday.
I'm trying to figure out what him and Randy Orton been doing because they both came back super jacked.
Hey, no more
Super
big as
jacked.
hell. Pause. But like they in good condition to be their age.
I'm glad. Oh, well, we still got this. Well, I'm glad that we got the return of AJ. I'm glad that. How do y'all? Matter of fact, I'm gonna switch the question real quick. How y'all feel about the triple threat that's going to lead to who Roman faces at Rumble?
What? AJ, Randy, and LA
LA
Knight?
and LA Knight, and the winner faces Roman at the Rumble.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I know LA Knight is not gonna win.
No.
So it's gonna be between AJ and Randy, and then
Listen,
we're looking at potentially Roman facing both of them before WrestleMania.
I think it's
It's
going to
be
be another
another.
four-way.
It's going to be another Edge, Daniel Bryan.
I don't
situation.
think they're gonna be in the same match. I think that it's gonna be like two different matches that comes to play. Shit, you might even catch Cody in the midst of that shit.
Listen,
He
at
don't
this
let shit
point,
set.
I just have to go ahead and say, like, Cody's winning the Royal Rumble again.
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't see how Cody's going to be challenging Roman at this point for the championship.
He won the Elimination Chamber.
I
Punk's
guess,
winning the Rumble.
huh?
Punk's winning the Rumble.
That's a possibility. I guess so. I guess in that aspect, they're going to let a Raw superstar jump into the Elimination Chamber for a SmackDown title. I mean, it's Cody. He can do whatever he wants to. So that
You notice Cody be backstage at SmackDown a lot.
no, he does. I mean, he just came out not too long ago to help. What's his name when he's getting attacked by the Judgment Day? I mean, not Judgment
When
Day,
Punk was there and he was contemplating signing with SmackDown, Cody said a whole bunch of stuff. The promo that he didn't get to do on Raw, and who spoke to him in the back? Cody.
yeah.
Why is Cody there? This ain't Monday. You have no business being there.
True.
I mean, I'm just trying to like in my mind. I'm just trying to like play out the scenarios and how is Cody going to get into this title picture with Roman Reigns? Because it's looking like we're going to get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be
That's
the title match
unanimous.
right there.
Yeah, that's unanimous. I mean, I got my thing.
How do you feel about CM Punk coming back and instantly like being part of that title picture?
It doesn't take away from anything for me, but
Trying to make fools, man.
it don't do it. It doesn't take anything away. It's almost one of them things like you automatically knew it was gonna happen, right? And then I started looking at the Raw roster. Believe it or not, the Raw roster is kind of slim with people who could challenge.
Well,
Seth at this
I mean,
point.
Seth is
Seth
already
beat everybody.
he's already going to fight Drew at day one.
Yeah.
So I thought they got rid of day one, but they pretty much did it like the way AEW be doing, like winter is coming and how NXT will have like Bash at the Beach or something.
Well, this is the second year that they're doing day one on.
Well,
Raw.
then it's because they cut the December pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So now that they cut it, they go, well, you know, we're not
First of the year, we're gonna do
I like
on-air pay-per-view.
I like day one.
Yeah.
Day one's exciting. I mean, I just would love to see like a title change hand
Mm-hmm.
on day one.
You probably will.
I mean, who's facing Gunther?
Don't know.
Oh, they got a match.
It's not the Miz anymore.
No,
No, they. So
because now that Jay beat what's the name from Imperium,
yeah, that's what I said.
it's kind of thrown him into
That's what I said Monday. I said this is the setup.
But
right
is that a day one match or is that a WrestleMania worthy match?
What?
Or not WrestleMania, but
Royal
should
Rumble.
that be a Royal Rumble match?
What? Jay versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. That's main event Jay. You got any. I feel like if he's fighting for a title, don't put it. Mind you, I wouldn't mind putting it on free TV, but I feel like Jay has built himself up to be, as a solo competitor, PLE worthy.
I think that honestly, in my opinion, I think that it would be epic for him to win it at day one.
Yeah.
Because
Day one ish.
the way that they building up day one is kind of like a free pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know, on television.
You got Nia versus Becky.
Yeah.
So I feel like this upcoming Monday is gonna be pre-recorded because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, or they might do a Christmas special showing flashbacks. But if it's pre-recorded, they have something. I feel like it's gonna be a fatal four-way, right? You got Bronson Reed, Jay Uso, and you might have two other people that might be involved.
Honestly, I haven't seen them advertise anything for the upcoming Monday night, so I really think that it really might be one of those Christmas specials, like where they just show a bunch of
highlights.
Yeah.
So
and they do that one year where they just ran through. Like,
it's usually on SmackDown
because they had Michael Cole and Corey Graves in them.
Yeah, because it's a 3 hour. Why are you trying to watch highlights for 3 hours?
Right,
that is true.
So I feel like it'll be pre-recorded. But yeah, Jay, it's time, man. Like put that IC title on him, let him hold it. Then you get him versus Jimmy.
He's completely left Jimmy like
in the dust, bro. In the dust, like
I feel like Jimmy is just so still stuck with I keep saying
the bloodline. Yeah,
and he's stuck with that storyline right there. And I kind of low key feel like they kind of doing him real dirty, especially with like the way Roman Reigns and the next head of the table and
I was about to say.
They got him playing in the background, playing stupid, taking off his thing, looking around like, oh shit, I thought you were gonna say me.
Because the Usos got a comedy element to them, so they playing it up with Jimmy.
So you think they're playing it up with Jimmy as in like Jimmy's about to make his exit from?
Nah, that or Jimmy's about to become. Y'all probably gonna fucking hate me for saying this. Y'all might hate me for saying this shit too. Jimmy's about to be on Dominic Mysterio level as far as heels.
I don't know if anybody can be on Dominic Mysterio's level when it comes down to heel.
He's about to be like one of the main heels on SmackDown.
Well, what's he gonna do that's gonna get him that kind of heat?
He's gonna be the motherfucker that cost Roman to lose.
People gonna love him for that.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it.
That's not gonna make him even more.
I don't know,
that's
man.
Gonna make him more of a face.
If anything, he needs to cost Cody another opportunity to win the title or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
cost him at Elimination Chamber or something.
It cost who at Elimination?
Cody.
Cody. Yeah.
Yeah, something. I mean, I still feel like he's about because Roman is heel, right?
Yeah.
They're all heel.
But he's a loved heel.
No.
Roman, you don't think? Yo, you still got people who acknowledge like
put the one up.
It's so mixed. Like he's a loved heel, but he's heel. He's the top heel.
Okay, so I don't know if you watched the episode that me and JD did the other day with JJ, but JJ said that there are certain people that once you become a heel, there's no going back. He thinks Roman is getting to that point where there's no going back.
No, that's not true. At any time, any heel can turn face.
That is true.
It's just a matter of how
you
do it.
Yeah.
So right now, I feel like Roman's at the perfect end point to actually turn face. In order for him to turn face, though, he's going to have to go away for a little bit.
Which is playing.
He's going to have to lose first.
He's got to lose first. Go away.
And then he's got to go away he's got to go off the air for at least, which is easy for him because he's done it already.
Yeah.
But he's got to disappear for about not 6, like 3-4 months, right? And no, he disappeared for a year. He come back. And then also before he goes away, he has to drop him. Or
Solo's getting
this is another way that he'll instantly turn face. Okay, we know that Roman's a Paul Heyman guy. We know that CM Punk's a Paul Heyman guy, right? So what if it was a situation where Paul Heyman turned on Roman for CM Punk?
Mm-hmm. Same way he turned on Brock for CM Punk.
Exactly.
Or turned on Punk for Brock.
Paul Heyman turning on Roman would instantly throw Roman on that track to be a face.
True.
Easily.
And he don't even have to drop the bloodline.
No, he don't have to drop. No, if
Heyman turns on him, he wouldn't necessarily have to drop them.
He going to drop Solo.
Yeah,
he's going to drop Solo.
But we're already looking at possibly Heyman staying with Solo.
I mean, right now Heyman's locked in on the bloodline storyline.
From what I've seen, Solo's supposed to be like after WrestleMania. he is the leader of the bloodline. Now, we don't know how the bloodline is going to shift. It could shift for the bad. It could shift for the good. But it has been said that Triple H is considering putting Solo at the top.
No,
he's proved himself thus far.
I can see that, but here's the problem. Once Roman loses, Roman's not going to be there. Like, he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So Solo's going to be the leader of what? Him and Jimmy? They need another body.
Oh, I feel like they're going to get another body.
I feel like it's time to bring up what's
Zilla.
Yeah. No.
The Rock's daughter?
Yeah.
Rain, Ava.
I mean, we already got
She's an acting GM on NXT right now.
But I mean, we already got the shot of Paul Heyman talking to her.
Showed the bloodline thing.
Showing the bloodline thing a few weeks ago or a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, he can't just be them two, because if it's them two, they're a tag team,
Yeah.
right? Not a faction. And I don't see Jay coming back over with them anytime soon. Even if they do face at WrestleMania, him and Jay.
If the bloodline turned face, then Jay could join them again.
If they turn face, he could, but they have to go through that where they get stomped out by everybody in the locker room.
And Jay has to come out and save them.
Yeah, then.
Because at the end of the day, those are his brothers.
Yeah, and then he's pleading his case for them, like, hey, I changed, they can change, type stuff. But it's gonna take. I mean, it's gonna take a lot. Look at what it took for Jay to go face.
Yeah.
Right. He basically had to turn on Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only way that he was able to go face. If it wasn't for him turning on Roman.
I mean, when you think about how it all started, he was forced to join the bloodline.
Because if he would have got kicked out, him getting kicked out, I still don't think he would be as big of a face as he is versus the way that he turned on Roman.
It took him turning, and it took him
quitting. And then Cody bringing him back.
Beating him,
that
and then quitting.
The fact that he was the first person to pin him in 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah.
And he was the first person to pin him ever on the main roster.
Yeah, that's true.
And so far, the last person to pin him as of right now.
So I got another question. Yeah, I know I've been going for a while. Right?
It's all good. This is a holiday special episode.
When did Dominic lose the North American title?
At Deadline.
Okay.
To Dragon Lee. Yeah.
I was tripping because I was watching Monday night and I was like,
where's his belt?
Where the hell is the North American? I mean, I've been on the cruise for a week, people. Right? So I missed Monday, I missed SmackDown, I missed the SmackDown before that, when we was headed down there for the cruise. So I didn't get to see none. I've been out of touch for about 2.5 weeks. So, but that's why.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio was on commentator at Deadline. And so
okay.
he endorsed Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee got the title.
So I wonder what's the status, like how Judgment Day, because I've been looking at Judgment Day, right? I've been watching.
Do you like the addition of R-Truth trying to join?
Yes. And even though he's not gonna be at Judgment Day, the whole thing with him trying to, if he beats JD's out.
He beat
JD.
And he beat him.
Damian Priest talking about some cool deal, like.
And then he took JD, you're out.
Yeah, I know. He's messing with JD.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Judgment Day is kind of at a crossroads with me too right now.
When you look
kind of real stagnant.
It's stale right now only because them having the tag titles isn't really doing anything for them, and the whole thing with Priest and the briefcase is we still need to figure out what's going to happen with Priest and this damn briefcase.
Because honestly, when you look at it, the tag team of that group is JD and Dom.
Exactly.
That's okay.
They're the tag team of that group, and then you got Priest and Finn. I see Finn being more main championship material than
they
Priest.
Won't put that belt on Finn
for nothing.
For the life of him.
Nah, man.
Because he should have beat Seth at freaking SummerSlam.
I think that would have catapulted Judgment Day to a whole nother round.
Yeah. They missed the opportunity with that.
They really did.
Because honestly, Seth could have won it back by now.
Yeah.
And then it would have gave Damian the opportunity to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about from SummerSlam to now, Finn could have been rocking with the belt the entire time. And then, you know what I mean? Seth could have won it back at any point.
And then Damian could have cashed in on that same match after Seth won Boom.
Do you see a scenario of Damian cashing it in on the CM Punk?
Yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. As a matter of fact, fuck shit. Hell yeah. Okay, so I could definitely see CM Punk beating Seth and getting cashed in on immediately, and Seth low key helping that shit happen.
So y'all want to hear a monkey wrench of the situation that I've been thinking of?
Yeah.
And if this happens, I'm telling you right now, they need to sign me. I want to check. This shit is copyright, okay? And I'm suing if this shit happens because somebody's listening to this, all right? So this is what I see happening. I see Damian Priest coming out with the Money in the Bank, trying to cash it in on either Seth Rollins or CM Punk, right? I see Damian Priest get taken out right before he gets to cash in the Money in the Bank. Why in the back of my head do I see Finn Balor running down to the ring, taking the briefcase and cashing it in? Hey, I'm just saying. Why do I see Finn Balor cashing it in on Damian, behind Damian Priest's back, because Damian Priest couldn't cash it in, and it's like the very last day for the Money in the Bank or some scenario like that. You know what I'm saying? Could y'all see that happening?
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm telling you, if this happens,
because he be having them off the wall or scenes
scenario,
off the wall,
right?
And they be low-key coming
you
through.
can see it happening though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Because
that's a WrestleMania moment.
That is a WrestleMania moment, right?
That just throws a curveball at every sequence that you could go through. It is just like,
because I see Damian Priest coming in, and I see Damian Priest running in the ring with the briefcase, trying to cash it in, and then I see it somehow Damian Priest getting his head kicked off. I'm
gonna add to your thing. Because Rhea and Priest have so much beef, she hands the briefcase to Finn and tells him to go cash it in.
And he would listen.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I fucks with you. I fucks with that. I fucks with that.
Listen, that's a scenario that I've been thinking about.
Because they're at Bitter Wars, and you know it's going to be a fallout. And what more of a fallout than that?
But we're still low key
getting the cash.
The reason why I kind of see this scenario is because we're still kind of getting that power struggle between Damian and Rhea.
Yeah.
Right. You see where
with the about being the leader.
Yeah, you see where Damian keeps coming in and he keeps interjecting like, "Oh, I'm the leader, and I make the calls." And then you see where in the background where Rhea is like rolling her eyes and everything like that. And then when Damian's not around, you see where Rhea starts like barking orders.
Yeah, she calls the shots.
Because if you truly the leader, you don't got to keep saying that you're the leader.
Exactly.
And we all saw what happened when he was the leader at War Games.
Mm-hmm. I think over the next couple of weeks, I think somebody's gonna start getting in Damian's ear, kind of building that rift between him and Rhea.
It might be R-Truth.
It could be R-Truth.
It could be R-Truth because in his jokes, be telling the truth at the same time.
Like him trying to get to Judgment Day, but he's asking Rhea instead of asking Damian.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
What he just said.
My bad, dog.
He just said Monday. He was like, well, you know, things don't go right without mommy.
Yeah.
You got to talk to mommy because
Yeah.
mommy knows best. And you see Priest getting pissed off, like, all right, truth, like, cut that out. So I see that too.
I don't know. I feel like they're hinting at it. And I just feel like Damian Priest has already had several opportunities to cash in the Money in the Bank where he doesn't even come out. And the couple of times that he did come out to cash it in, I think one of them was a decent time and then it got messed up. But the other time was kind of stupid.
Rhea running down at War Games.
Yeah, and it could be some like off the wall shit that gets revealed on the Monday after WrestleMania, where it shows Rhea in the background. She switched out the contract in the briefcase and put Finn's name
that would
in
be
it.
Nasty.
Because it has to be some kind of turbulence for. It can't just be because they're in the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know that he's able to do it, so it could show like some background, like you're not even able to do that. How? And then they play the clip of Rhea switching out the contract and putting Finn in there. as a precautionary.
Or it could be Damien actually successfully cashes it in. The referee rings the bell, then Damien gets dropped. Finn's already on the outskirts because, that whatever, he sees that Damien gets dropped. So he jumps in the ring, hits him with the coup de grace, and then he pins him. And the referee's looking around, and Rhea's screaming at the ref, like, count. And then
I wish that Priest did more fake outs, at least.
Yeah.
Just fake outs. Just walking out, letting it be known I'm here.
He started off doing it, but then it was just like
when Seth and Drew have their match, I want him sitting at ringside. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
His Money in the Bank run has been real mediocre.
It's mediocre as hell because it's tied in with the tag team titles. Yeah. It's tied in with all the Judgment Day shit. Like, it's tied into too many different storylines.
Well, they should never
as opposed to just him.
They should never put the tag team titles on them.
Nah.
Like, they should have never done that.
Or not as long.
Yeah, no, I don't think they should have done it at all.
Not as long.
Kept it on Jay and Sammy.
Yeah.
You mean Jay and Cody?
Jay and Cody.
It shouldn't have been Jay. It shouldn't have been. Honestly, it shouldn't have been Jay and Cody. Sammy and KO should still be tag team champions, and I feel like they should have actually lost it to an actual tag team, and then let that start sparking the tag team division, right? Because the tag team division is fucking awful, but they do have some decent tag teams that I see. I mean, Imperium can run with the tag team champions. Championships. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Profits.
Yeah.
You got Ivar is hurt, I think.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's still out.
Ivar's hurt.
But even the new, still got the New Day.
Still got the New Day. Well, I don't do you because Kofi was by himself.
No, Woods is still hurt.
Mm. Yeah.
But then you got
Alpha Brooks.
You got Alpha Academy. Like,
Brawling Brutes is separate now.
Yeah. Like, what's going on with Alpha Academy? Like, all you got is them, and they put in what's it called with Tozawa.
They added that comedy because Alpha Academy is a comedy.
A horrible gimmick now.
Yeah,
that is just not working.
I was iffy when Maxine joined, but I actually liked her joining them too.
I did too.
But I'm not really big on the Tozawa.
The Tozawa thing is killing it. It's turning them into like a joke.
Like they were already face. They didn't need to be damn
extra face.
Yeah, like now you do. I'm like, bro, come on now.
As soon as they started dancing the first time, I was like, all right, well, that's enough for Alpha Academy. They never gonna win anything.
Nah.
Then you got the Creeds.
They could win it. I can see them as tag team champions.
Yeah.
Then you got, technically you got Jenny and Solo.
Technically, it could come back to the bloodline.
I mean, yeah, this is a nice little tag team.
Point is, they have enough tag teams out there.
Oh, speaking of tag teams. The women's tag champs.
Oh, new women tag.
They finally put it on an actual tag team. Katana and Chance.
Well, honestly, let's be honest. Okay, dropping. Oh, I'm sorry.
Chelsea. Piper Niven.
Piper
and Chelsea.
I don't care what anybody say. Her name gonna be Dewdrop to the day
to the day you drop.
That goes down probably as one of the worst names WWE gimmick names ever.
No, since you brought that up, what do you think is the worst? I'm gonna have to think about that. We gonna have that's a whole segment because I don't know. Dork the Clown still comes as registered.
Blue Meanie.
Gilbert. See, now we starting, right?
Heidenreich.
Oh, he said Heidenreich. Yo, you went classic on that one.
Ryback. Exactly. That's just it.
Like, when you think of Ryback, I think of a fucking dinosaur, bro. Like
a rhino.
Yes, man. There's
been some awful.
That would be a mean ass character in Spider-Man.
Oh, what's old buddy? The big. He used to be Albert.
Oh, Tensai.
Oh,
when he went to Japan, started his whole life. First, it was Prince Albert.
Oh God.
Then it was Albert. Then it was A-Train.
Yeah,
I like A-Train.
And then it was
I liked him better when he was Prince Albert and he was A-Train.
When he was A-Train, he was with Test.
Yes, I liked him at those two.
TNA.
Yeah, those two were the best, right? But when he came back as Albert, just regular, I was like, nah, And then when the Tensai thing was just like god awful, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I wanna stay on the women for a second.
Okay.
My baby Liv. Y'all here getting high, man.
Listen, first of all, let's get some.
Let's say 20 ounces.
It was
20 ounces of
marijuana. Let that girl live.
Hey, she was looking good
She
in that mugshot.
Hold on, that's what I'm about to say. X went ape shit on it because they said this was probably the most beautiful centerfold.
Listen, that girl was trying to re-up for her monthly stash. Okay.
Yep.
All right, she was on the way to take that shit back to the house.
And she was in Florida.
Yeah, she's gonna put it up inside her little concealed containers, and she's gonna split it up.
Oh man, she healing.
That's what I'm saying,
She's
man.
healing, but she got the best mugshot ever.
It's weed. She gonna wrestle. They're not gonna drop her.
Nah,
because apparently she's supposed to have a big storyline coming when she comes back.
Yeah, so she's good, man. She gonna do. They're not gonna give her time. She gonna do her little community service. She gonna pay her fine. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make her do her rehab or whatever it is that she has to do. But at the end of the day, it's fucking weed.
come on, man.
Let's get over this shit.
It's not like she was on TV snorting the line.
I can see she had 20 ounces of fentanyl. yeah, you damn right about that, right? You fucking right about that. And that's what I was about to say. It's not like she had 20 ounces of fentanyl and cocaine or some shit. I can see when she got pulled over by the officers and she pulled the line out and snorted the line on the damn steering wheel with the cops.
It wasn't like she was in the middle of the ring, freaking impaired. It couldn't even make it past 3 minutes in the match.
Let that girl go, man. Free live and give her. And she got bailed out the same night too.
Same night. Yeah,
man. Free live.
Yeah.
I'll make a T-shirt. Free live.
I wanna get serious for a moment. Charlotte Flair is out for 9 months.
Thank God. No, I'm sorry. That's kind of.
Charlotte Flair is out for 9 months.
That's sad. That's awful. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thoughts?
One, I feel bad.
See the move?
I saw the move that did it.
Yeah.
Right. So
she was hanging on by a thread, and then when she did the little knee thing, that's what made it.
It went when she got flipped.
Yeah.
And the knee hit the ring, hit the rope. Because people forget how strong those ropes are.
Yeah. The bounce, the recoil on those. Yeah. So when she hit the rope, it popped. So it was hanging by a thread.
It was already hanging by a thread.
She still was trying to go, and she did her little thing where she hit him against the turnbuckle and bounced him off her knee. As soon as she bounced him off the knee, her knee gave out. Yeah. And it was a wrap.
Look, I hope she gets better. Did they finally say it was a torn
ACL?
ACL?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
we've seen. Come on, man. We've seen so many women bounce back from torn ACL.
She'll be back. She'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
And she was already a face at the time of this injury.
She's come back as a heel. Charlotte Flair's one of those she can flip.
She came back as a heel last time, but it's like she comes back as a heel and then just automatically turns face, and it's just so weird.
No matter when she come back, she coming back, and they gonna give her a title shot.
I was just about to say they're going to rush her to 16, 17.
Well, where's she at now? She's at what,
14? Yes.
I was about to say, somebody has to break the record, right? John Cena didn't want to do it, so John Cena's not going to do it.
Randy Orton's not going to do it.
What's the best thing to do other than, hey, your daughter breaks your record?
Yeah.
Come on, they're going to give that shit.
But they're going to rush the process now.
Yeah, because her career is coming to an end.
Yeah.
I as much as I like and dislike Charlotte Flair, right? Because you can't take away from what she is as a wrestler, right? She's fantastic. Probably she's gonna go down to history as one of the best female wrestlers.
Say what you want. The product is better when Charlotte is there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna say hate. Hate's a strong word. I don't like Charlotte Flair as a character because the amount of titles that she's just been given.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she put her time and she put her dues in, but still, like,
so
I don't like the fact that she comes back from hiatus and she comes back from injury and then bam, title, bam, title, bam, title. It's been every single freaking time.
I'm about to hit you with that. So can you say the same thing about her father?
Get out of my head, bro. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, did Ric Flair get this kind of treatment?
Because if you look at
Ric Flair.
Hold on. I gotta build something up because I was recently talking to some boys at Walmart, and when you look at championship title reigns, length of holding a title,
He doesn't have long reigns.
Ric Flair's not even in the top 50
No, I
as
know
long
that.
title reigns. So when you're looking at, yes, he's had probably the longest career.
Anyone in multiple companies.
But you have to look at the era that Ric Flair was wrestling and the people that he was wrestling with.
Yeah.
There was a lot of competition for the face of the company.
It was.
At the time that he was champion.
And he was in a group 90% of the time he was wrestling.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, like, no, Ric Flair does. And I think Ric Flair was also at a time, okay, I'm thinking about it now. I think Ric Flair, majority of his championships, he was also at a time where you came off of long-ass champions, right? Hulk Hogan, who's had the championship for 1,000-something days, you know what I'm saying? Then you had not Bruno, but
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
Think about how fucking long Bob Backlund had the championship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you had these people that were running with the championship for that long,
yeah,
I think at the time they were like, "Listen, we ain't doing long champions."
Yeah, and then you looking at a time where it was star-studded for that time, but it's not like when you look at it, it's like, yeah, it really wasn't because he won the championship 3 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
You know, so when you look at that, it's like...
But it was still star-studded.
It was star-studded.
It was star-studded as hell. Yeah. And that was before, honestly, wrestling was really like, before WWF was really like, I guess you could say like a one
World Wildlife Federation.
So stupid. Okay. I just said that was before they were like a whole product of what they were now. You know what I mean? Like that's when you had people that were Midwest wrestling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, Northeast wrestling. Shit like that. Hell, Jimmy the King Lawyer had his own promotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All these other people that had their Florida East Coast Championship wrestling and shit like that.
Yeah.
So there was so much when it came down. Like wrestling was flooded back then.
It was.
So I got a question. I'm looking at Roman Reigns. He is at 1,207 days as champion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that because we feel that they are trying to get him to pass Hulk Hogan's record,
he's not
of whatever?
Yeah, he is. By the time WrestleMania comes,
that's not 200 days.
He needs another 200.
Hulk Hogan's at 1474.
Oh, it's at 14 something. I thought Hulk Hogan was like 13. So
do you think? I guess my question is: do you all think that it waters down his feuds when we know what their potential end goal is?
As a fan, yes.
I would say for the last year and a half, yes, it's been watered down.
Yeah.
The first 2 years, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
It's epic.
But once we started hitting year number 3,
yeah,
you're kind of like, okay, he's not going to win. He's not going to lose.
Yeah.
The only time I thought Roman was going to lose was when he faced Cody at WrestleMania. That was the only time.
I had two. I actually thought
Sammy.
No, I actually thought.
No, Sammy was another
3.
One. Sammy was another.
So I got
one.
3.
Remember, I told you, I said I think Sammy's gonna do it.
So the first one was Clash at the Castle because Drew was home.
Oh yeah.
It was in. It was.
If it wasn't for Solo's debut,
I knew he wasn't gonna lose to Drew.
I had my worries because we knew what Drew McIntyre went through with the
he was the COVID champion.
Exactly. So I was like, ooh, they're doing that at his home. They could go ahead and throw it back on. But then we got Solo. Okay, boom. But Sammy and Cody definitely were the two that I was like,
I think the other one that I really was like, ugh. You can't help but it was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Brock is always one of those where you're like,
they might just
because you know the status that Brock Lesnar has.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to show up to whatever show he wants to, and then he'll win the title and be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've seen it. So when Brock Lesnar was fighting again for the championship, I was like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah. And for Roman to take the championship from him and stuff, and I thought Brock was literally going to insert himself again when he teamed up with Cody, only to know he was damn betraying Cody.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. That final match between Brock and Cody was something.
Yeah.
Was something right with it, you know.
That was damn slobber.
Especially to make Brock, you know, break character like he did.
Yeah.
And kind of endorse Cody. Yeah. We haven't seen Brock since then.
No.
So that just goes to show, you know, it tells a lot. I don't know, man. I'm ready for Roman to lose the title. Great career. This is Hall of Fame run, right?
Mm-hmm.
Automatic Hall of Famer. And I still think that Roman still has a good 2-3 title runs left in him before he finally decides, like, hey, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
But it's time to move the title.
When I look at it now, I'm like, yeah, no. I thought definitely, yeah, he's gonna break Hulk Hogan's record. Now I'm just looking at they are putting it at a level to where no one of the modern era will beat his record. Mm-hmm. So he is the top modern day champion.
Yeah.
So that's what they're.
Plus he's at number what? He's in the fifth position.
He'll be at freaking 1300.
So he's at number 5 though, right? Yeah. Is he at 5 or 4?
He's at 6.
No, I think he passed 6.
Well, he might be at 5 now.
I think he's at 5 now.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan is staying at 4.
Yeah. Like I said, nobody's beating Bob Backlund and Bruno.
Never.
They're going to be 1 and 2.
Yeah, they'll be fighting in an empty ass ring. Nobody's going to watch this.
Nobody's going to beat that.
No.
So those are unattainable. But I think what they did was with Roman is they set a great goal for anybody in the modern day.
Yeah.
Because 1,300 days.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's obtainable. It can be attainable.
It could
right?
be.
It could be.
Yeah.
So by them having him go that long, it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. But maybe down the road when we're 60, 70, we might see somebody that might.
Yeah. One of their offspring might do it.
Little Roman Jr. Junior.
Something. He finally got a boy.
Little Roman the III.
So this is off. Do you got anything AEW first of all?
I was just about to say. We talked about it. I think the last episode, or like the last actual episode. But I just want to say, I really commend Swerve on this run that he's on right now.
Yo, Swerve, hey man,
I'm mad that he lost to Moxley, but
he did shit at Jacksonville. They brought him out.
Yeah,
had his theme music and everything.
Oh yeah. Okay, all right. I saw it.
AEW, I need you have an NFL team that is at the top of your division. I would know. I'm a Titans fan. They're at the top of our division. You need to start bringing your AEW wrestlers around, especially when y'all make the playoffs. Like, start doing that stuff. WWE has
they got Logan Paul sitting there at the boxing match with the title around his waist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When his brother knocked out.
You start putting your that was my biggest thing about AEW is they need to start putting their wrestlers in position to be seen more by the mainstream.
This is actually like the second or third one that has been at a game.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally came out, brought the team out and stuff. So they're starting to amplify.
MJF is your world champion. Have MJF at a Jacksonville game.
Did MJF fight Samoa Joe yet?
No, MJF is hurt.
Yeah,
storyline
hurt.
He got attacked by a bottle with a bottle.
But he was supposed to fight Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why Joe's been helping him.
Okay.
Yep.
So do y'all think Samoa Joe's gonna be the one to take the title?
Well, they say that MJF might be like legit hurt. So,
I thought he was legit hurt. They was talking about something with his shoulder, right?
Yeah, I think he is legit hurt. So I wouldn't be shocked if he does, but I'm just want to know. I think it might end up being whoever the devil is, whether it's Adam Cole, as some people keep saying, or Jungle Boy. I'm sorry, Jack Perry. I've even heard people say it's Britt Baker, which would tie into the Adam Cole thing.
I want Samoa Joe to get his run. I think he had a great run with the ROH
television.
TV championship. I think that Samoa Joe is AEW championship. Like I say, it doesn't have to be a long run.
It doesn't.
Give that man his flowers and let that man win.
All of AEW's title reigns are long, and they need to stop. Like, I'm about done with Orange Cassidy too, with his Intercontinental Champion. International Championship.
Intercontinental,
whatever the fuck it's called.
All Atlantic.
The former All Atlantic.
You have such a depth roster.
They do. They really do.
Such a depth roster that you're not giving people opportunity.
No.
So you're falling by the wayside.
I forgot the Acclaimed with the trios champions. because they got attacked.
But this is
cool.
But now this is the thing that's really fucking them up is that you got a trios championship and then you got a 6-man championship with ROH.
Yeah.
But you're showing it on both. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now you're really starting to do too much.
AEW has a combined 13 titles. If you add ROH and AEW, 13 titles.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
And then, because I think they were talking, I was watching something, and they were talking about if you combine all the titles from NXT and WWE and all the titles from AEW and ROH, AEW's got way more.
They do.
Hey man, listen.
Oh, my girl came back. Thunder Rosa.
Ponderosa.
Thunder Rosa is finally back, and she did it, and she was not wearing any face paint.
Nope.
She wasn't wearing any face
Dyed her
paint.
hair and everything. So.
Yeah. Hey man.
She thick.
I've been on Thunder Rosa for a minute.
Actually, when I saw the clip,
I said, "Ooh, she look healthy."
Healthy.
So my last thing, right? So I just did a throwback in time, watching our guy, you know, the one and only Undertaker.
You know he has a podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
6 Feet Under.
I was looking at his pop-ups, right? Not really his debuts, but like his reincarnations. That's what people were saying.
Yeah.
His reincarnations, right? What do you think? So I got two. What do you think was his
most iconic one?
His most iconic reincarnation, and then his most iconic reincarnation within the feud.
So my favorite one, and people aren't going to agree with me on this, but my favorite one is the American Badass.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree.
I don't care what anybody say. You got to think about the time, right? 2002. Yeah, the 2002 or whatever it is. I mean, think about what we was doing in 2002. We was rocking the jabols and the tall tees. You know what I'm saying? We listening to...
That's for the urban culture.
I'm just saying, we listened to Lean With It, Rock With It.
And Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit was hot back then. What's the other band? God damn it, I can't think of the name. But anyway.
It was like Green Day. You had freaking Kid Rock was on top.
Kid Rock, that's the other. That's what Kid Rock was.
Yeah.
Kid Rock was epic at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody listened to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that transformation from the Dead Man to the American Badass was, I think, it elevated his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he transitioned eventually back to the Dead Man.
Mm-hmm.
But he had such a fucking great, and it was fun. It was because we got the American Badass.
And he was a heel.
And then he was a heel and a face. Like he went back and forth.
Yeah, but some of his most I will give the American Badass this. Some of his most vicious heel moves was when he was the American Badass.
But it wasn't just him by himself because it was him and Kane. So when him and Kane got together,
I'm talking about when he had the short hair.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because him and Kane were the brothers of destruction.
Yeah, but he had the long hair too with Kane.
No, I'm talking about during his American Badass run.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, when he got with Kane and he had the short hair,
Big Evil,
and he was on the motorcycle, and then him and Kane to get up top of the ramp, and that's when this started, the whole thing. And they would throw up the tag team champions. It was so much fun, man. To me, that was the best, my favorite for him transitioning and coming back.
Mm-hmm. Mine is when he returned back to the Dead Man.
Okay.
I love the. I'm thinking back to because I funny enough, I was actually watching this the other day when Kane was going around and he was accusing everybody of who put the Undertaker in a vegetative state.
Yeah.
And then he got into the ring and the lights was red and he was telling that story. And then when he finally admitted that it was him, and he was talking about how the Undertaker's pride is what led Kane to do what he did. When the Undertaker came back, that was one of my favorite returns from the Undertaker.
I think mine, and I was recently watching it. Think about when Randy Orton started getting on this pedestal as the Legend Killer, right?
Oh, I remember that.
And
him and his dad.
Yeah, and the crowd, like all the wrestlers, had lifted him up, right?
Put me down.
Yeah, buried the Undertaker, and then all of a sudden you hear, dong, and he's like, "Put me down." And he's hurrying to get up, and he's leaning on the ropes, and you bring the fucking casket.
Yeah, they wouldn't put him down, which
right?
is the funniest part.
And you
they
still,
wouldn't put him down.
well, I'm looking at the back, like you got people still stuff like that. He's looking paranoid as hell. They put the casket at the top, and the lightning strikes and it sets it on fire. And he busts out that shit, and he had the full beard. Like, he was gone for so long. Bro, I was like, yo, that jump sent chills up my arm.
Remember when when Undertaker had it and he had Bob Orton and Randy in the caskets with them in the ring?
Bro,
I got another one that was so great. Remember when the corporation, I think it was, they took out the Undertaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember when they put Stephanie? Remember Undertaker came back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he put Stephanie on his little logo.
On his crucifix.
When he was about to force her to marry him?
Yeah.
And he hung her up and strung her from the thing.
Because
that was when he came back. Because he was gone because they took him out.
Yeah.
And he came. That was a great one too, right there. I love Undertaker popping out the casket.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I said. Undertaker popping out the casket is one of the best times ever for wrestling.
I remember when he freaking he came out the dirt. During the Kane.
Oh, during the buried alive match?
Yeah, like the Kane.
What about when he murdered Paul Heyman with the cement?
Yes.
I said Paul Heyman. Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite ones is when he came back with Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Right.
Against Kane.
Yeah, it was against Kane because Paul Bearer was with Kane.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what happened, but
he buried the Undertaker. They had a buried alive match.
Yeah.
He went on this whole thing. He had a eulogy for the Undertaker. He chokeslammed Paul Bearer. That's when the urn started coming. Kane stole the urn. He's having that I have control. Then I remember he's like, he's not going to show during their match. Now all of a sudden you hear, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit. When you hear that, it's like.
Speaking of Paul Bearer, one of the most epic returns was when Kane came back with him.
Yeah.
And he had the red suit on and he was just standing at the top of the ring and he's just looking around. And then the fire hits because DX was in the ring because X-Pac and them took him out. Because X-Pac had turned his back on him. And then Kane came out and that was like the most jacked Kane has ever been.
Yeah.
Like 01 Kane was crazy.
01 Kane? 01
Yeah.
Kane, that's what I'm saying.
01 Kane was probably my favorite Kane.
01 to 06.
He still had the mask.
But once he
he
went
had
to
the
the cutoff.
mask.
Yeah.
He had the new mask with the cutoff.
Yeah.
And that's when he was running with his brother.
Yeah.
Well,
they had a few before they got
No, they had a
together.
few before that, but what I'm saying is that when the Undertaker came back as the American Badass, and then that's when you got Sleeveless Kane.
Because they started saving each other on different times.
New mask
yeah.
on. Kane was a freaking beast.
He was my favorite wrestler at that time.
I just
Kane was my favorite.
I think that Kane was done and over with when they took the mask off.
Yeah. They had to put it back on.
That's when his career went down.
But then it messed me up then they put the mask back on him and then it's the cutouts because he can actually talk now.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the thing. And then when he took it off, the hair was attached to the mask.
Yeah.
Like, I was
They
like,
ruined it.
Then he became the Demon Kane.
Yeah.
Like,
they ruined him when they took the mask off.
Yeah.
Because his face is supposed to be all burnt up and they did the little black mascara shit on. And
well, then they said that it was the scars are in his mind. Yeah. That's how they got around that.
Yeah.
Remember when he took the mask off and handed it to Stephanie?
Mm-hmm. When he became part of
the authority?
Yeah.
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 No,
it was just too much back and forth with that. Yeah. If they were gonna do that, then they should have kept the mask on the Undertaker.
I don't remember I can't remember which one of y'all said it. I think it was you, Jay. Said, as soon as you have someone go comedy, it's over.
Yeah.
As soon as Kane start doing the what's up and all that stuff and
the fucking spinner room.
No,
the Kane
hold
room.
on, wait a second. No, because I firmly believe that Daniel Bryan gave Kane another 3-4 years of his career.
Well, that's true.
Like
but he had already started doing the comedy stuff at that point.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for Daniel Bryan,
Team Hell No,
I think that Kane wouldn't he gave him an extra couple of years on his career. He did. Because that tag team run that they had was pretty damn good. Because Daniel Bryan was on his height, you know what I mean? Like he was up there. And that was just after he lost, or that was before he won the championship.
That was after.
That was after, right? Yeah. So he was at his height.
Because he had cut his hair again.
Yeah. So and they used to yes, no. Come on, man.
When they went to therapy together.
And they made him hug it out. That was great TV, man.
It was.
That was good.
Remember when he was when they was beefing?
Yes.
And Everybody was getting on Daniel Bryan. I was watching the comments because he opened the door for Bree and then ran around the car to get back in. It's like, nigga, you got this monster chasing you. I don't got time to be opening your door, wife. Right? Just get in the car.
Yep.
But
yeah,
man.
No, that brings me to another, but we're gonna save that. I got another segment. We're gonna save that for the next episode.
Well,
some good ones.
This has been episode 95, our holiday special. So,
this is what I gotta say. The fucking company, right? Total, we are missing 6 belts.
Oh my God, y'all, listen.
6 belts. I'm just gonna say, if it ain't
told-
from WWE shop, don't fuck with it.
I
Okay?
told them not to buy them.
What the fuck you did it
No,
too?
I didn't.
he never did it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you never did
He
it?
said at your party.
Yeah.
Oh, you son
I
of a
said,
bitch.
what I say? I sat there and said, y'all never gonna get
He
them.
said we never gonna get him. He said we're never gonna get him.
And we ain't got them.
Hey man, it's $45 down the drain. I can survive. I can live off that.
That's what y'all get for trying to buy a fucking goat for $45,
Hey,
right? Cheap motherfuckers.
hey.
That was a donation. Donation.
Yeah, I donate. We donate to somebody.
I think they were there part of T-Move.
Nah, you'd have got them if you ordered
Yeah,
them on TV.
yeah.
Hell no, they would have been looking like a cardboard
You
cutout.
would still got
Still
something.
would have got something.
T-Move and DHgate, you'd have got something.
So when they told you to contact them and they sent you that message back, what'd you do after?
Bro, this would be another message saying, yo, it looks like your package is a small package. I said, the fuck it is. This shit ain't no damn small
This is
package.
one of those.
This is
That's
why,
exactly what it's supposed
I'm
to be.
tell you, this is why you don't click on those damn ads on Instagram when they pop up.
Whenever it's too good to be true, it normally
if
is.
it's too good to be true,
It
then
normally
that
is.
means that.
Yeah,
So on that note,
I had $45 to that day, the sacrifice. I'm just glad I used my Cash App and not my regular bank account.
yeah, that 45 would have turned to 4,500.
Yeah. But we appreciate y'all listening. Definitely keep tuning in. We are 5 episodes away from the infamous 100. Keep subscribing. Keep tuning in. Once again, I am JD, aka OTR Mic Drop.
It's your boy Jay, aka I give you OTR Ranch.
Yes, sir.
Christmas miracle.
Yes, sir.
This is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Santa Trey, aka Durag Trey, aka Wednesday Night Trey.
And guess what? Happy holidays and happy fucking New Year to all of you. Good night.
Peace.